Welcome back. It's the only show that allows you to discover the African continent through its football. How great it feels to say that yet again. The conversations continue. We're talking about the CAF Champions League as this prestigious competition is set to start with the first leg this week. And it's going to be a North African derby yet again. Are you concerned with the fact that Champions League and Confederations Cup are North African derbies?
No, not at all. I mean, at this stage, it's starting to feel like the three sure things in life.
Really? I'm really opposed to it. I'm just like, I need other parts of Africa to step up, especially the teams that compete within the competitions.
They will step up, but I'm seeing
How long?
I'm seeing exciting football from these teams. I was going to say it's feeling like there are three sure things in life at the moment. Paying taxes, death, and our athlete being in that CAF Champions League final.
Well, absolutely. They're the record holders of the competition. And here they are yet again. Esperance de Tunis. Esperance de Tunis set to be their nemesis, which makes it really interesting, right? But let's talk about, and I love talking about pressure because I look at the evolution of the game. Now, it's not just articles that you're going to read, but also just with the click of a button, you get to see everything about the game. Everyone has a comment. Everyone has an opinion. Do you think the stakes are much higher for players in today's day and age of football, and the pressure is absolutely skyrocketing?
I mean, you saw it in the semi-finals between Sundowns and Esperance. Sundowns definitely were feeling the pressure going into that game.
Instagram boys.
Yes, playing like 6 games in 16 games. That's like 3 games in 1 week, and you could feel the pressure. You could feel they were playing out of character in that semi-final. But Esperance de Tunis, you saw how they handled the pressure. You saw how they defended. That's a masterclass in how to defend. They were forcing Sundowns to cross the ball in, and they had 7 players waiting in the box. And I think they're going to put that pressure on our athlete going into this final.
Now, the next question that I have for you somewhat is going to sound like a dichotomy of the first question that I asked. But just what does this mean for African football? We have 2 giants that have made it to the final, Esperance de Tunis and Al Ahly, 2 teams that are with great pedigree, going head-to-head in the final. Just what does this say for African football?
African football, definitely. I'm seeing the evolution through the years, especially with our athlete. They won the CAF Champions League in 1982. And I saw, like, back then, they scored 16 goals, only conceded 5. Then you see, like, by 2005 to 2013, they had their golden era. And in 2005, they went through like all competitions without losing. And then you're seeing like the ripple effect of all those years on the current team. So there's a continuity in these teams, and I'm enjoying seeing it for African football. It's only getting stronger.
You talk about the continuity, and it's interesting to think and actually put the light on Al Ahly when you talk about that continuity. Obviously, because they've played in this competition for so many years, you have leaders within that team, your likes of Al Shinawi, and they are now playing up well with the likes
in a row.
Yeah, you play with the likes of Shabir, who's a small little guy. How do you think they get to pass it on as to, this is what we do, this is the pressure of playing with Al Ahly? Do you think the initiation starts as soon as you wear that jersey, or do you think the players take it competition by competition?
I think it's the standards. I think our athletes are keeping the standards. It's the kind of players that they sign, is the pedigree, is the leadership within the teams. I'm saying in terms of the quality of the teams, you could already see it with the goalkeepers. You could see it in Amna La Memish of Esperance, for example. Only 19 years old, he's had 9 clean sheets. You could see it also in Schubert of our athlete. He has 6 clean sheets so far in the competition. And as long as you have like players that are quality like that, you're always going to get the results.
Interesting, you talk about goalkeepers, which says this is the last man of defense, right?
Yes.
You have two great goalkeepers on either end. What does this say about how we see these games playing out? Because already it says that they've got a strong defensive line, but even if defense is weak, you've got the last man standing who's really strong.
Right.
Let us know as to what the influence of having strong goalkeepers, how that will influence the entire game.
Definitely, it's going to have a ripple effect throughout the team. And at this stage, the stakes are high. It might go to a penalty shootout and then...
Which is definitely something we want to see, right?
Yes, I mean, they don't have Ronwin Williams, you know, in their ranks, but they do have capable goalkeepers in their ranks. And I need to give a shout out to this player because this might be his last year playing in the CAF Champions League. Ali Malou, 12 years in this competition. We saw him for CS Faction, you know, incredible player. Also the Palestinian striker, Wessam Abu Ali, who's been keeping Anthony Modeste out, for example, for our Ahly. And this is just going to be an incredible tie. Listen, two quality sides, and shout out to the younger fans because they were praying that Sundowns didn't qualify and their prayers were answered. You know, Arsenal fans will feel like they've been praying for Manchester City to...
Leave Arsenal alone because that story is done. Manchester City gets to lift the title this weekend. Yes, I said it. But as far as African football is concerned, the first leg of the the CAF Champions League is going to be taking place. It's a North African derby. Esperance Tunis and Al Ahly go head to head. I mean, it's going to be two great weekends of football. Only one team will reign supreme, but all the pressure's on Al Ahly because they are the title holders.